Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to LegalDoc Talk 24/7. Hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. Hey, y'all, so this is going to be an update on the Jane Doe versus Sean Combs and jayz case. If you follow me on IG or Instagram, I did post or make an update regarding jayz actually being served a formal copy of the amended complaint, among other pleadings. Now, what I want everybody to realize is that there is a process in which you do things. When you file a lawsuit, you have to ensure that the other party is properly served and they have enough time to respond to that lawsuit. Once they do, then you can continue on with the litigation. However, we have to realize what happened. Busby filed on the 8th. Jay-Z responded probably a couple of seconds after Busby filed, just kind of going off. He actually released a statement on his Rock Nation X account, just pretty much saying, he's trying to get money out of me. I'm not paying one red penny, blase, blase, blase. Then come to find out, Jay-Z was served well, not served, he was sent a demand letter, which he calls it an extortion letter, but he was served a demand letter just asking them to sit down in a confidential meeting to discuss the allegations. That's all, that's it. No money was even demanded. It was a meeting, not money, but a meeting. The wrong N word was was, I don't know. I don't know what they was thinking. And so after, I'm assuming he received that, what he calls an extortion letter, he goes and filed a lawsuit against the Busby law firm under the pseudonym John Doe. All right, how ironic, right? He files a lawsuit under the pseudonym John Doe. I will be covering that this evening. And so that happened. Then after that happened, that's when Busby said, okay, enough is enough. You don't want to sit down and have a meeting. Let me just go ahead and amend this complaint and put you on it. And that's what he did on December 8th. So let's hop right on into that. So this complaint was initially filed October 20th, 2024. All right. And it just named, about to say Busby, Sean Combs and his uh organizations. I want to say his businesses. And then it also had John's Doe's 1 through 10, and it was filed under the pseudonym Jane Doe. When they initially did that, the court did grant for her to proceed under that pseudonym. Okay. All right, so now we scroll down all the way to December 8th, where let's see, where is it at? Amended complaint, here we go. So the first amended complaint naming Sean Carter, right, was filed on December 8th. And here's the amended complaint. Shortly after that, well, it was the first amended complaint, the motion for leave to appear anonymously, just asking the court, and this is filed by Busby, just asking the court to continue under the pseudonym Jane Doe, his declaration and his memorandum of support, as well as the proposed order. Right. So that was filed on the 8th. Jay-Z posted on his X account that statement. Come the 9th of December, Alex Spiro ended up filing his notice of appearance. In addition to that, he automatically filed a motion to deny plaintiff's request to proceed anonymously. Then he submitted his declaration, da 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 da. And then what else did he file? And then he also filed a motion to expedite the hearing. He was like, okay, we need to talk about this ASAP. All right. And then let's see. He files another motion. That was the 9th. On the 10th, he files another letter. It wasn't even a motion, it was a letter addressed to the judge, pretty much just kind of going off on um on Tony Busby, saying that I believe a woman called the firm and she was asking them, if they will be able to cover her case, and they asked her if Sean Combs did anything, and she was like, no, da 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 da. So that was that story. Um, on that same day, Busby files a request to issue the summons for that for the amended complaint to be served to jayz. So the 8th, the amended complaint. The 10th, a request for a summons so that way they can formally serve him with a copy of the complaint. Mind you, that has so the request for summons was there, but I don't even think they were able to serve him until the 23rd of December. So between the 10th all the way down to the 23rd, Alex Spiro has been dogging Tony Busby out with all of these letters to the court, motions requesting the court to do certain things. And we were just trying to figure out whether or not Judge Torres was going to step in, and she did. And if you don't know what she said, go back to my last video. I will have that posted at the end of this video so you can see how she humbled jayz and his attorney, Alex Spiro. All right, so let's see. So in that order, she terminated, let me see, 5 motions and said, okay, enough is enough. You're pretty much, I don't even want to say damaging. You're making yourself look stupid. I'm not changing the court rules for you. You're not above the law. You're not bigger than me. You can't control my courtroom. You're wasting judicial resources just doing all of this. And mind y'all, they're doing all of this before they are actually formally served with the amended complaint. Okay? Now we come to yesterday, and an affidavit of service was actually filed. And an affidavit of service is pretty much a document that you file to state that you have properly served the defendant in this case or respondent. So, by the I just want y'all to picture this. Just look, December 8th, the amended complaint was filed naming Sean Carter, and he has done all of this, has made a big ruckus even before he got a formal copy of the complaint, the amended complaint. So now that he has been served on the 23rd, he has 21 days to properly respond to this lawsuit. See, all of those filings that they did, those motions and the letters addressed to Judge Torres, those don't count for anything. What counts is your response to the lawsuit. So now they're going to have to properly respond to the amended complaint. And that's it. That's why people don't understand. It was like, well, just because you said, because I've always said it looks suspicious when you do things before even getting a copy of the lawsuit. It looks suspicious when you do things trying to get the case shut down quickly. Look at what happened in Diddy in the Cassie Ventura case. She filed on the 16th. On the 17th, he settled. He only he only got an electronic copy of the summons, but I don't even think he waited for the summons to even reach his email before he said, "Okay, I am going to settle." And they put out the narrative that just because you settle does not mean that it's an admission of guilt. You have to look at it from a legal standpoint. You wanted this to be gone quickly. You wanted her to go away, right? So let's talk about jayz's case. The amended complaint was amended to include you in it. And a few seconds later, you're posting something on Twitter stating that they won't get one red penny, when the truth of the matter is, in the demand letter, it stated that they wanted a meeting. They didn't ask for money. They asked for a meeting to sit down to discuss the allegations. Because, mind you, there are still other John Does that are listed on in organizations that are listed on the complaint. So they have to collect all of the information first in order to even, move on with the case. They need to know who those other entities are. They need to know who those other individuals are. And it may come out in discovery, and I'm pretty sure we are going to end up with more amended complaints. But that was the whole purpose. It wasn't to extort you. How they're extorting you, and they're asking to have a sit down to discuss the allegations. And then on top of that, you go file a lawsuit under a pseudonym, John Doe, and you say, "Well, I didn't want the public to know who filed the lawsuit." Okay. So just like you wanted to out this young lady, I mean, these are two different cases. One, she was SA'd. For you, you only sued because you got what you call an extortion letter. So, to wrap this up, all in all, he has been properly served. He was properly served on the 23rd. I believe they said his head of security actually accepted service on his behalf, but he refused to give his name. And so now, let me see. So the 24th. So from the 24th, he has 21 days to respond to the amended complaint that was filed by Tony Busby. So I know I have said a lot, and I hope that it makes sense. If it does not make sense, please leave it in the comments below and I will definitely respond. But just to kind of sum everything up, you have to realize that when a lawsuit is filed against you, you have to receive a copy of that lawsuit, and you have to be given a certain amount of days to file your response. The fact that Jay-Z just and his attorney just went on these filing sprees for no reason, trying to, out Busby, in my opinion, is suspicious. It's very suspicious. Like Judge Torres says, you're not above the law. You can't rewrite the rules of the federal court procedures, so on and so forth. It's things that you cannot do. You have to follow the rules of civil procedure on both the state and the federal levels, whatever jurisdiction your lawsuit is in. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, you all be blessed, and I'm out. Bye.